So how did I become an adult and not a man? I suppose it all started with Kelly. She was white. She probably still is, I just haven't seen her. I was 5 years old, and she was 4, and I really like 4-year-olds, which is okay to say when you're 5. We started dating at the same daycare that we went to. The great thing about dating at a daycare is we were, not now, I mean then. That's like the old joke. What's the good thing about pedophiles? They drive slowly in school zones. Okay. Screw you, that's funny. I don't care. There were 2 important moments with Kelly that I can think of. One was we were all sitting around on the carpet. Relax. I'm becoming a 5-year-old. Okay, everyone just chill out. Much more interesting crowd than last night, let me tell you. It's not that kind of show either. Relax. There were 2 things that happened with Kelly, and this has nothing to do with it. It was we were sitting on the carpet as part of a story circle, and we were listening to somebody tell a story. And I was sitting up against my arm, and my hand was balled up as a fist underneath me, because even then, and somewhat ironically, I hated sitting Indian style. And Kelly was sitting right next to me, and she wanted to get very close to me. So she took my hand and put it around her shoulder, and she got in very, very close, and we were sitting there. And then suddenly, the powers that be manifested in the afternoon supervisor, Debbie, uttered her catchphrase, "That's enough." And I wasn't really sure what "that's enough" meant. Should we cut it out, or did we fulfill some daily quota of toddlers having their arms around each other? I don't know. I think she meant the former. The second thing that happened with Kelly that was probably even more significant, we were out at recess, and, well, daycare was basically recess, but we were outside, or at school, learning trigonometry. Now, we were outside. There was a gravel playground, and behind it was this huge sandbox that ran the length of the playground, and in front of it were 4 gigantic mounted tires. And each one was sort of its standalone plaything. They were pretty far apart, and 2 kids could fit inside each tire. I probably still could, but that's not the point. So I'm sitting in there with Kelly, and we wanted our privacy. So we rolled these 2 big blue plastic barrels up against the tire, and we were flanked by these barrels inside this tire. And what a world it was. It was like only the 2 of us existed. And it was at that moment that Kelly told me to kiss her. And I really, really wanted to. But I looked outside, and under the arc of the tire and above the arc of the barrel and 50 feet away, I saw Debbie, and I was terrified that she could see us. And so I froze, and I couldn't kiss her. And she really wanted me to, and I just couldn't do it, and we broke up. After that, we became just friends. But I always wondered what would have happened, had I, at the age of 5, taken the plunge and kissed Kelly. If I would have pulled a Sheryl Sandberg and leaned in. I think maybe I would have avoided the friend zone for so many years. And maybe I would have gotten my first kiss before I was 23. When was your first kiss? I mean, really, first kiss? I love her hands in her hand. Like, her hands in her hand. Like, oh my gosh, you paid money to see this guy. That's why I can do the show. I mean, really. The raison d'etre. Okay. When was your first kiss? 13, 14? Someone in the back row. I can't see you. I can't see the back, so I am talking to you as well. 8, 11, 12. I don't know who wins. Like the lowest. 4. Big pimpin' over here, 4 years old. You took Kelly from me. That's what happened. Jeez. The thing is, nobody's story feels normal, but I can tell you mine obviously is not. Do you know how many conversations I just could not be a part of as a kid? I mean, I was an extrovert. I've always been an extrovert, so I had something to say about absolutely everything, except when the topic would turn to girls. I would just be noticeably quiet. The game that I hated more than any other was I Never, or I've Never, or Never Have I Ever, or whatever it's called in different parts of the world. The point is that game sucked for me, because never had I ever done anything.